Well, hello, good people. Today I'm going to go back to a video that I used for something else. Not too long ago, I made a shill video for Tom Sequitur's channel, and I'll put a link downstairs. And in that movie, I also addressed this Tedx file for a few seconds. But it was pretty silly. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to give it a little bit more attention. I hope you will enjoy it. And if not, well, I'm sorry.
Okay, so those are my feminist glasses.
Yeah, I didn't really cut much. I mean, the first thing she does say is, those are my feminist glasses. And assuming that she's pointing to the glasses she's wearing, which then would have meant these are my feminist glasses, but never mind. This is how it starts. I told you, this is... I awarded her a brain in the award show. Oh no, wait a second, I wanted to award her a brain, but I couldn't because I already awarded the brain to someone else, so she got a participation ribbon. But yeah, this is how she starts.
I do wear glasses in real life, but to tell you the truth, most of the time I'm too vain to put them on. I'd rather bump into someone than to put on my glasses.
Yeah, I'm not making this up. She needs to wear glasses, but she doesn't want to wear glasses because she's vain. So she bumps into other people, but she doesn't care because it's better than having to wear glasses. Remember that mindset, people. The mindset of, I don't want to do this even though it hinders me and others. It's not just me that it hinders, therefore I don't want to do it.
But those feminist glasses, I always wear them. They've actually become part of my eyes, so I don't need to put them on anymore.
Yeah, good luck trying to follow that. She needs the glasses, but those feminist glasses she don't need anymore, therefore she doesn't need to wear glasses.
Why are those glasses pink, you might ask? Well, first, because I like the color, I really do. And secondly, our social reality is sometimes so depressingly grey, it's nice to add a splash of color to it.
You know, if you would have said to me, I like my pink glasses, hey, it's taste. I mean, I don't have to agree, I don't have to disagree. Done. But then you tell us that you like to bring a little bit of color into the world. Yet you're dressed in all black. Are you disingenuous all the time?
I often get asked, where did you get those fancy feminist glasses?
Really? People ask you that?
Actually, that's not true. Nobody ever asked me that.
Then why do you say people ask you that? I mean, it's difficult to believe you now.
Most of the time, people will tell me that they think they're ugly, they're hideous, and they wouldn't be caught dead wearing them.
So this isn't real either? Though I can imagine there are plenty of people out there who will not wear purple glasses, or pink, if you want to call them pink, I don't mind. I don't get the point though. I mean, so what?
Well, it's obviously not about the glasses, but about feminism. Gosh, a lot of people really hate feminism.
Huh? I don't get it. I mean, you're wearing pink or purple glasses. I mean, it's a color. It's open for debate, I guess. People don't like every color. People don't like every form of glass. I mean, they might think they're ugly because of the model. I don't know. But people thinking your glasses are ugly is because of feminism? So not liking someone's glasses is feminism? Huh?
Feminism has become a dirty word. And I mean, you could try to do a Taylor Swift and just shake the haters off. But let me tell you that whenever you speak out on gender issues or feminist issues, or even come out yourself as a feminist, be prepared to get some nasty reactions.
Okay, I guess I have to let go of the glasses because I have absolutely no clue what this has to do with your glasses. But let's address the elephant in the room, shall we? People dislike it when you say you're a feminist. Well, they might be surprised that you claim you're a feminist because people might think you're a well-adjusted, thinking human being, but then you say something like that. And that kind of rocks their view of you. Because you do realize that feminism is the organization that says 1 in 5 women are getting raped, they only earn 77% to what a man earns, even though we know this is not true. Another thing, oh yeah, gender dysphoria, something that is, in my humble opinion, strongly linked with feminism. Feminists are for and against abortion. Feminism are for and against free choice for women what to do and what to wear. Feminism are against sex because sex with a man is automatically rape. Women cannot consent when they're drunk. Never mind whether the man is drunk. I could go on. You want me to go on? You probably do, but I'll stop here because otherwise we don't hear what you have to say. But yeah, there's a reason a lot of people despise feminism.
First, there are the people who really don't want to change the status quo. Spoiler, those people are most often older white men.
Ooh, another lie. I'm getting good in recognizing when you lie. You have a tell. How funny. Anyway, yeah, no, a lot of anti-feminists are men. Fair enough. They're mostly not older. They're usually younger because older men don't give a fuck. And you know which other group makes a lot of anti-feminists? Women. No, serious. No. Look it up. There are lots of anti-feminist women out there because they recognize the bullshit for what it is. Basically, it's a lie. See, that's your tell. Anyway, go on.
And then there are the people who might think you're just a little uptight and you take things too seriously.
Well, to those people, I can only say, listen carefully to what a woman who claims she's a feminist says. Be aware of the lies she is portraying as reality. But yeah, I mean, you don't want to hear that, but they need to hear that. They really do, because
Some time ago, I was at a friend's party. The ambience was great. Everybody was drinking and snacking on things like Haribo wine gums and nuts. And I was talking to a friend when another young woman joined us. And somehow we must have touched upon the issue of gender equality or inequality, because this young woman turned to me and she said accusingly, "You're a feminist, so does that mean you don't want men to hold the door open for you?"
oh yeah, I've been to millions of Haribo wine gum snack parties. Yeah. No, I haven't. Okay, fair enough. I haven't. But you kind of give it away. Why do you think that girl, woman, whatever, has this negative view on feminism? Could it be, by any chance, be based on reality? I would say yes, but I'm curious as to what you would say.
Well, obviously, there are a lot of ideas about what feminism is or what feminists do or don't do. Or as my ex-boyfriend remarked when I was cooking dinner for him, "Don't worry, I won't tell your feminist friends." So for him, cooking was an unfeminist act, and you can imagine why this relationship didn't work out.
Oh yeah, I can definitely imagine why your relationship with a man did not work out. But I can also imagine why he said that. Can you remember how the feminist world responded to Kaylee Cuoco? I'm not quite sure if I pronounced it right, but I guess I did. When she said, "I am not a feminist." She basically got attacked massively. She had to apologize for saying she was not a feminist. So that's probably why your friend said, "Don't worry, I won't tell anyone that you like to be nice to your husband or your friend."
Funny enough, for a long time I was very naive and I didn't realize that not everybody was as into feminism as I was. Because for me, feminism was the best thing that has ever happened to me. And I have to thank Simone de Beauvoir for that. Yes, that's right. A French writer and philosopher who has been dead now for 30 years inspired me to become a feminist. I mean, maybe I'm not that interested in people being alive, I don't know.
My dear, do you realize what you're saying? You are not in touch with reality, and you're more interested in people that are not alive. Are you aware of what you are saying? I mean, seems to us, or at least to me, that you're not the best person to give advice.
And sometimes I wish I had another story to tell, a story in which I became a feminist because of what I experienced. And believe me, there were a lot of small episodes, small incidents where I felt that something was wrong, but I couldn't put my finger on it. There was a sports teacher in school who told the whole class when I was maybe 12 years old, Julia's doing push-ups as good as a boy. At that time, I didn't understand why this compliment felt so strange. There was another teacher, a social science teacher, who announced to me, a career? Don't think about it. You better get some children. There were the girls at the schoolyard who were talking about another girl who, at age 15, already had sex with different boys. She's a slut, they said, and I wondered why nobody was saying those kind of things about the boys she was sleeping with. There were all those small episodes, but I didn't figure them out until I read Simone de Beauvoir when I was 18. And suddenly, things started to fall into place. Suddenly, things I didn't understand before now made sense. It's like when you're brooding over a problem all day long, looking for a solution, and then after a good night's sleep, you wake up and you have it all figured out. You have your solution.
Okay, just to recap. You read a French philosopher and some stuff happened to you. And because of all this, it now makes sense. Because you have purple glasses that people dislike, but they don't, but they do. And you're not wearing them because of feminism, and it doesn't matter that much that you bump into people. Oh, and girls are calling other girls sluts. What a surprise, that never happens. But they're not calling boys sluts. I wonder why. I'm flabbergasted. I really am, because you're throwing a lot of stuff together that makes absolutely zero sense, and you're topping it off with a bit of lying and a bit of I think therefore this is. And I'm hoping. I really am hoping that you're coming to a point. But so far, you've told me that you don't understand why people don't really like feminists. So that's something you could look into. And you haven't really explained why you feel you're a feminist, other than because people are not nice to women. Oh, and because you got a compliment by your phys ed teacher. What a bastard he must have been, giving you a compliment like that. Seriously?
There's this famous quotation by Simone de Beauvoir, one is not born, but rather becomes a woman. You could also say, one is not born, but rather becomes a feminist.
Yeah, she did say one is not born a woman, one becomes one, which is, well, if nothing else, a signifier of growth. At that same time, though, unfortunately, I can say one is not born a feminist, one becomes one, which is a signifier of retardation, to be honest. I don't think there has ever been true need of feminism. I'm an egalitarian. I feel egalitarian did more to the world than feminism, even though feminism claims most of it. But even so, now, in the current day and age, claiming that the world needs feminism is claiming that the Republic, the Democratic Republic of North Korea, is the epitome of democracy. Maybe that one has a little bit more truth in it than the first one, I don't know.
I became a feminist because of Simone de Beauvoir. I read her feminist masterpiece, The Second Sex, and I wanted to become just like her. Simone de Beauvoir was a feminist, well then I would become one too. It was really that easy. Little did I know at that time that when The Second Sex was published in 1949, Simone de Beauvoir didn't consider herself a feminist. Simone de Beauvoir became a feminist when she was well over 60, when, in the 1970s, young French feminists asked her to join the women's movement.
Someone I like is something, therefore I will become that something too. Do away with free thinking, do away with critical thinking, just copy and paste, because that's who I am. Oh, and she wasn't a feminist, as you said yourself. She became one later. She was a free thinker, and we appreciate the work she did as a free thinker. And I can only think that she thought to join feminism in her old age as she did, maybe because she wanted to feel part of something again. I don't know. Maybe she got lied to. I don't know. But it's not what I remember her for. I remember her for her free thinking and her work as an egalitarian. And funny enough, you decided to become a feminist because of her egalitarian work. What does that say?
So when I discovered this, I was at first disappointed. I mean, I became a feminist because of Simone de Beauvoir. Now it turned out this woman didn't even consider herself a feminist for most of her life. I mean, what a bummer. There goes my inspiring story. But now this fact gives me hope, because if someone like Simone de Beauvoir, who saw herself as the exceptional woman, a woman who can achieve everything she sets her mind to, if such a person can become a feminist, so can you. You too can put on your feminist glasses.
Yeah, if a brilliant mind in her heydays turns to something that is considered weird or whatever, so can you. If someone brilliant switches to something, so can you. Actually, there is nothing a human can do that another human cannot also do. So on this, yeah, sure. But these feminist glasses you're talking about, are they the same as beer goggles? Because they do kind of sound the same to me.
But how do we do this? How do we get other people to put on their feminist glasses? Because trust me, it's not as easy as it sounds, because as I already told you, a lot of people are not that eager to get into contact with feminism. An astonishing number of people seems to believe that feminists are bad-tempered, angry bitches who don't even know how to dress nicely.
Yeah. It's not as if you are completely filling those stereotypes, and you're forgetting one point. Feminists tend to lie. Remember the beginning of the movie? Where you first started talking how you don't want to wear glasses because you're too vain, and bumping into other people, well, hey, that's not your problem. Then you told us about how people told you that they liked your glasses, they would want them, and then you told us, no, that's a lie. So basically you lied to us. Then you told us you wanted purple glasses or pink glasses, whatever, because you want to bring a little bit of color into the world, yet you're completely dressed in black. So that's not a good sign on how to dress nicely, especially with having a wristband somewhere halfway across your arm. No, you are filling all stereotypes nicely, and that's not in a positive way. So are you going out of your way to prove these stereotypes?
And let me tell you what, yes, I'm angry a lot. I mean, I have every reason to be. Every day. It doesn't matter if it's on the subway, in the newspaper, on TV, on the internet. Every day I see hundreds of reasons to get angry. And I'm always surprised to learn that other people don't see them.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I nearly forgot that one. Feminists are always angry. Thanks for filling up that one as well. Thanks.
Or they see them differently. Or they simply don't care. I mean, a half-naked woman advertising new vacuum cleaner? Why not? Sex sells. A woman who was raped because she wore a short skirt? Well, if she didn't want to have men's attention, she should have put on some pants.
Okay, the commercial one, I'm sorry, my dear, you're being an idiot. I mean, that's kind of like saying, why the hell do you need sexy men to sell Coca-Cola Light? So yeah, that's a bullshit argument, and nobody gives a fuck anyway, so why take it serious? The second one, though, the rape one, I find more interesting. Because I have never, ever heard anyone, oh, well, yeah, you got raped, but what do you expect dressed like that? I've never heard that. I hear feminists bring up this argument time and time again. So I'm not sure if this is real or once again one of the lies. And so far you have had a few. If it is real, I'm 100% willing to say it's atrocious. It doesn't matter what you wear. Rape is bad. Done. Then again, I also know that you don't have to be dressed sexy to be a victim of rape. So I'm pretty sure law enforcers know this. And feminists keep pushing this narrative that we blame the rape victim. When?
The fact that all the leading articles in a newspaper are written by men? Come on, the female journalists just aren't as good as their male colleagues.
Again, with the lies. All articles in major newspapers are written by men. Are you sure? And if you are sure, then how can you say, well, women journalists must be easily as good? Those two things contradict each other because a newspaper agent doesn't give a fuck. The company doesn't care whether you're a man or a woman. What cares is, what they care about, sorry, my bad, is whether the bloody newspaper sells. So they couldn't care less if you're a man or a woman. They care whether you sell. I'm sorry, but you tend to lie very easily. So easily that you seem to forget that you are bending the truth. Maybe I should put it like that.
I think you get the point. But a lot of people don't. I really had a hard time accepting the fact that not all people see the things the same way I do. Just because something is obvious to me, it doesn't have to be obvious to others.
I'm sorry, my dear, but you obviously have no problem with lying. This is not true for most people, luckily. And you obviously need your glasses but don't want to wear them because you're too vain, which also is not true for a lot of people. And because you don't wear your glasses, you bump into other people, but that's not your problem because of feminism. Do you understand a little bit where I'm coming from now? Because so far you've said a lot, and you keep telling us how important it is to be feminist, but all you've done is take it loose with the truth. And this is one of the problems a lot of men, but also women, have with feminists. So you're basically filling in all the stereotypes nicely. Why are you doing that?
Take my younger sister Johanna, for example. She's one of the smartest persons I know. Johanna can tell you everything about the Bronte sisters, which computer games are awesome, or how mail order catalogs have shaped German fashion culture after the Second World War. She's also an amazing cook. So in a nutshell, my sister is really a genius. But for a long time, she wasn't that interested in feminist or gender issues, which was funny because a lot of the things she did or read or watched or liked to talk about had a feminist vibe to them. But this never occurred to her, it wasn't obvious. Until the day when Johanna had a light bulb moment. You have to know that she studied a very exotic subject, cultural anthropology of textiles. Yeah, I still have no clue what it's all about, but the important thing to know about the subject is only very few men study it. It's over 90% women. But when you look at the executive positions in the field, that is, institutes doing research in this area or museums with a focus on textiles, all these, or nearly all these, positions are occupied by men. When my sister discovered this, she was shocked. And she told me, I don't get it. Only women are doing my degree program, so how can it be that all the important positions are occupied by men? And I was surprised that she was so surprised, because until then I didn't even know she realized those kind of things. And then she said, you know, you always say I should put on my feminist glasses, and I did. I put on my feminist glasses, and then I saw what was wrong.
Yeah, you know, it's a nice story, and it somehow makes me feel that there is as much truth in this story as in the beginning, when you started talking about how people asked you, hey, what a cool glasses are those? Where did you get them? Even though you, on that piece of insight, you basically admitted you were lying. Why do I think you're lying? Because in academia, even in Europe, if a man and a woman apply for a job, and the man and the woman have equal credentials, the woman gets the job. Even if the credentials of the man are slightly better, the woman gets the job. This is not a joke. This is reality. We have STEM researchers being put on hold because there are not enough women in STEM. It's not even that there are women taking jobs that men could have. No, men are not given these jobs because they are waiting for women to come in and take these jobs. And these women are not coming. So if you then tell me that your sister is getting a doctorate in anthropology and can't find a job because those jobs all go to men, I know you are full of it. I'm sorry.
People get interested in something when they feel affected by it. But when it comes to feminism, I often get to hear, why should that affect me? I mean, not everybody has a light bulb moment like my sister. I mean, I would like to hand out those light bulb moments, but that's not a possibility, so I have to try to create them.
And with that one sentence, you perfectly describe the problem with feminism. People don't have the experiences they need to join up, therefore you feel you have to create them. Not just you, mind you, most feminists feel that they have to create a feeling that this is necessary. I mean, why do I fall on that? Well, if I'm reading a book and the book is enticing, I'm reading the book and I keep reading it. I don't have to force myself. I don't have to make something up to make me want to read the book. If I believe in something, I do so out of my own free will. It's not because someone had to make something up. You recognize you have to make something up for people to start believing in, well, the shite you're selling. Do you not recognize the double standard you're pushing? Now, I know your TED Talk continues, but yeah, I still have half your movie to go, and in all fairness, the whole thing boils down to what you just said. I have to make something up to make them have the moment to realize that they need feminism. They don't need feminism, so I have to make something up to make them feel that they do. And you really believe that, which makes it worse. But then again, you really believe feminist glasses are something, so maybe you should ask your doctor about that. I mean, either your eyesight is bad and you need glasses, or your eyesight is good and you don't need glasses. So why would you need those feminine ones, right? Anyway, this is where I'm going to cut the movie short, because I do recognize the fact that basically all I do is say, well, you're lying. And the reason that I feel to be pushed in saying, oh my God, you're lying, is because you're lying. And you say so yourself. I have to make up something to make you feel that you need feminism. Reality doesn't count. Reality isn't good enough. I have to make up something. And you fail in making something up. I mean, yes, there will be people believing you. Hell, there are gullible people everywhere. But you are lying. And that is painful. It really is. Because if feminism was really that great and important thing, people wouldn't need to lie about it constantly. And because they do have the need to lie about it constantly, we recognize it is not that great a thing. Anyway, we currently have a woman running to become president of the United States. I sincerely hope she doesn't win. Not because she's a woman, but because she's a bad one. And she's not a bad woman as in there are women who are better at being women. No, she's a bad person who happens to be a woman. Why do I think she's a bad person? Well, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not going to go into the Clintons too far here. Suffice to say that even the FBI thinks she did something wrong, but they decided not to indict her, which is beyond me, to be honest. But that's a whole different story, so I'm not going to go into that too much. It's not that men don't like women. It's not that women don't like men. There are women that don't like certain men. There are men that don't like certain women. That's normal. Feminism, however, is trying to create a dichotomy. It's women against men. And if you recognize this, then they'll try to pretend that this is not the case. Again, this pretend thing, this lying thing, comes natural within feminism. And it comes natural within you. Do you not recognize why people, men and women, have a problem believing what a feminist says? Anyway, this is where I'm going to call it quits, because I'm close. Well, I'm slightly over half an hour with this movie now. And it's a lot longer than I would like it to be. Well, that's bullshit, because I made it, so it's as long as it is. Criticism, as always, is more than welcome, guys and girls. If you disagree with me on anything, please feel free to let me know. It doesn't mean that I automatically will agree with you. It doesn't mean I automatically disagree with you, because who knows, you might have a point of view that I do not have. And maybe you will make me see things that I do not recognize now. Anyway, thank you for your time and have a great day.